Rotator cuff injury prevention for firefighters, brought to you by Indiana State University's Doctorate in Athletic Training program. This video is designed to discuss strategies for firefighters to help prevent shoulder rotator cuff injury by identifying what causes rotator cuff injuries, who is at risk, what changes can be made to daily work habits, and teach you a simple injury prevention program designed to both prevent rotator cuff injury and support the recovery of current rotator cuff pain and disability. So, how do firefighters injure their rotator cuff? There are multiple ways to damage the rotator cuff. But tactical athletes like firefighters are most at risk during heavy overhead lifting and rotational lifting, such as putting on equipment and fire hoses over their shoulders. Risk factors for developing a rotator cuff injury include being male, middle-aged, engaging in physical labor that includes heavy lifting and repetitive overhead activities, muscle imbalances, and shoulder instability. Every single firefighter is at risk just by doing their job. In fact, 1 in 4 firefighters develop shoulder pain. Is that you? As soon as you experience shoulder pain, don't just grin and bear it. Ignoring shoulder pain can increase your risk of tearing your rotator cuff, which can lead to long-term pain and disability that can prevent you from continuing your duties as a firefighter and lead to a lifetime of suffering from shoulder arthritis. Do you feel shoulder pain? Then stop and try these helpful tips. Is your shoulder pain when lifting overhead? Try to modify equipment storage height or use a step to reduce overhead lifting. Neither option available? Then get a partner to share the load. 4 hands are better than 2. Is your shoulder pain when lifting your fire hose over your shoulder or putting on heavy gear? Buddy up if possible to help place gear on each other's shoulders or change the height of the hose before placing it on your shoulder. We realize these options are not available when on fire scene. However, the majority of your time is spent in training and in environments you can control. The more you reduce the volume of heavy overhead and rotational lifting, the lower your risk of injury will be. And remember, the best way to treat shoulder pain is prevention. The following exercises not only help to prevent shoulder injury, but are also the go-to exercises when you are experiencing pain. It is important to keep your rotator cuff syndrome from progressing to a partial or full thickness tear that can lead to the inability to lift overhead, causing disability, removing you from duty, and leading to the early development of shoulder arthritis. We know fitness is a regular part of life in the firehouse, and we encourage you to create a culture of including these exercises as a standard practice for firefighters to use before going on duty to increase shoulder mobility, strength, and function. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Our top 5 go-to exercises are the door frame chest stretch to help open up your shoulders and pecs. We recommend following your shoulder stretching with strengthening exercises to reinforce the improvement of shoulder flexibility to help correct shoulder imbalances. These resistance exercises are easy to do and require minimal equipment found in the firehouse weight room. Banded A's, T's, and Y's, shooting for 2 sets of 15 to 20 repetitions each, are the perfect prescription. Remember, while doing these exercises, try not to shrug by keeping as much distance between your shoulders and ears as possible. During the movements of exercises, focus on moving your shoulder blades. When performing banded A's, think about bringing your shoulder blades together and down. When performing banded T's, focus on bringing your shoulder blades together. When performing banded Y's, focus on bringing your shoulder blades together and down again. The last exercise is banded external rotation. To start this exercise, elbows should be bent at 90 degrees against your body while standing facing the anchor point. You will pull the straps and externally rotate your shoulders by opening your hands away from each other. So, as a quick recap, every firefighter is at risk for rotator cuff injury. Prevention is our best cure for this potentially career-ending injury. Raise the standard in your firehouse and encourage adopting modified lifting in training and equipment storage, and start every shift with shoulder injury prevention. Your lives and those counting on you depend on your health. You are important too.